MMA News Canada, I'm Kris LaBelle. Right now, I'm with fighter Noah Ali. He's a 3-1 fighter who's going to be participating in this upcoming July show with AFC Canada. Right now, we're going to get to know a little bit about our fighter, Noah Ali. How you doing, bro?
Good, man. How are you?
Very intense. I don't know if the camera can pick up that he has a black eye. I'm back in the MMA world. I guess this is going to be a common sight for me. Noah, what can you say about your fighting skill, and what can people expect to see when they see you perform?
I'm always going out there looking to entertain the crowd. Obviously, I want to win, but I want to do it in a good, fashionable way. So I'm not looking to go in there and take the guy down, kind of grind something out. I want to finish him. Any way that happens, I go into a fight just being ready for everything. I haven't really come up with any game plans yet. I just go with the flow and see where I can win.
Now, for viewers at home today that are watching MMA News Canada, what can they expect from Noah Ali? Like, what kind of style would you bring to the cage? Are they expecting a standing, a striking affair? Are they going to be taken to the ground? What kind of style would you say you are?
I would say that I'm more mixed. I train everything pretty equally. So definitely when I'm standing, I like to do fancy, flashy kicks, stuff like that. I'm looking for the knockout. I'm not looking for it, but I'm definitely trying to knock you out when we're standing. And our gym is a ground gym. So if it goes to the ground, you're probably more in trouble. So.
And you say that your gym is a ground gym?
Yes, primarily.
And what gym is that?
Champions Creed Martial Arts.
So you train in Champions Creed Martial Arts, and that's here in Calgary, Alberta. I've heard a lot about Champions Creed. Now, this seems to be a pretty predominant school for MMA. Who's your instructors, and what can you say about the guys that are training you these days?
My grappling instructors are Brian Bird and Sheila Bird. They're two black belts here in Calgary. And then for my striking coaches, I train under Nick Ring. Also, we have, I'm one of the instructors at Champions Creed as well for the striking. And it's basically all of our fighters, we work together and do our striking together. The classes go, it's me and a few of the other pro fighters that alternate for teaching. And then as far as teaching each other, we try and go to seminars and just train with each other and make each other better.
Excellent. So those are some pretty big names. You got UFC veteran Nick Ring teaching you some striking ability. Brian and Sheila Bird, of course, very well known here in Calgary for their ability on the ground and their ability for grappling and jiu-jitsu. Now, out of your class and out of the guys you participate with and the guys you train with, who would you say gives you the toughest time at a Champions Creed that's always pushing you to your limits?
Standing, for sure, it would be Trent House and Hakeem Tyrone, two of the better strikers. After sparring with them a few rounds, you go in against anyone else, and it's a lot easier. If you can survive with those two, you definitely can go against anyone.
Excellent. Now, I'm trying to determine your nationality here. You have a unique look to yourself. I asked you earlier before we came, you apparently are Filipino in French. Yes. So if you were to identify with which nationality you predominantly kind of relate with, are you out there having barbecue, singing karaoke, or are you eating cheese and smoking cigarettes? Like, what would you say you are?
Well, I would say that...
Like, you're gonna go nuts like that, or?
Yeah, well, I eat a little bit of everything, so I'll kind of have like poutine and soy sauce, things like that. Right on. But I like to say that I'm a little bit between like Manny Pacquiao and GSP mixed together.
That's nice. That's good. I mean, I'm a cross between Danny DeVito and a chipmunk. You know what I mean? So I'm like a chipmunk on steroids right now. I don't know if you understand that or not, but you're being interviewed by a nutcase. So Noah, where does the Ali come from?
Actually, it's funny. I switched religions, and when I converted to Islam, that's when I changed my name to Noah Ali. I chose Noah because it's universal in every religion. My parents are Catholic. I'm not religious anymore, but that's why I chose Noah. And then I chose Ali because Muhammad Ali converted to Muslim, and he was a fighter as well. So that's where the Ali comes from.
That's very interesting. So do you find that being an MMA fighter, does religion have anything to do with the way you train, the way you think, or even when you're engaged in battle? Do you find that, whether your God is Allah or your God is Jesus Christ, I mean, where do you find the strength for your religion in MMA?
Like I said, I'm not religious anymore, but I still believe in prayer and I still believe in God. So before I fight, I do pray, but I pray to a God, not any specific God. I think we're all under the same God. So, and as far as going out there, I just train as hard as I can, and when I get in there, I just try and clear my mind and let my body react to what's going on.
Excellent. So now this gets to the point of the interview. You have an upcoming fight, July, Stampede Fight Night, AFC Canada. Who's your opponent, and how have you been preparing to fight him?
My opponent's Mike O'Neill. He is 3-2. He's beat some really good guys. He's beat Donatelli, who's a really good striker. Beat him pretty easily. So I'm expecting a tough fight. I train for all of my fights the same. I'm doing everything: grappling, striking, wrestling, obviously strength and conditioning. And like I said, I'm ready to beat him anywhere. I truly believe that I can beat him anywhere. So like I said, I'm just going to go in there, fight, and look for the opportunity.
Nice. And currently right now your record is?
3-1.
So with a 3-1 record, did you fight amateur at all?
Yes.
So overall, what was your amateur record?
3-1-1.
So you've had pretty much close to 10 fights in your career now.
Exactly 10, yeah.
Yeah. So would you feel that experience of having the 10 fights as opposed to your opponent's potential 5 fights, do you think that's going to be an obvious advantage to you upcoming in July?
It will be an advantage, but my opponent has faced tougher opposition than I have. So he has less experience, but he's fought tougher guys. So I don't think that will be too big of an advantage for me. So I'm going in there. I don't expect him to feel any less comfortable than I do.
Now, judging by your size, I'm going to guess I don't know much because I've been away from MMA for a while, so I've got to refamiliarize myself without the upcoming fighters. I'm guessing 155.
35.
135. What are you walking around at?
I'm about 155 right now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you can see this at home, ladies and gentlemen, but Noah here is actually in some pretty phenomenal shape. But you're a nice young man. And I'm Kris LaBelle. You're watching MMA News Canada. I'm with Noah Ali.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for the interview. You guys take care, and make sure to stay tuned to MMA News Canada. One more thing. When you're conducting an interview, you have to make sure to ask the proper questions. And right now, the world is in a very traumatic, weird, kind of a weird thing. I don't know. There's tumultuous behaviors going on right now. So I'm with Noah Ali, who's probably way tougher than I am, and he's not wearing a really gay, weird striped shirt. So I have to ask this question to you. If you engaged in combat with a celebrity, which celebrity would you enjoy kicking the shit out of?
Like a movie celebrity, or it can be any type of celebrity? I would probably like to fight Steven Seagal.
Now, I'm a betting man, and I know Steven Seagal must be about 60 years old right now, but he's been involved in MMA. He's training a lot of people Aikido, and I don't know if you've watched any of Steven Seagal's movies, but he's really intense, and I like Steven Seagal. I got to ask you, do you think you would fare well against Aikido master Steven Seagal?
A fight's a fight, yeah, and anyone can win at any given time.
But what if he wears his sunglasses during the fight?
Probably not.
Because that gives superpowers. So if you took Chuck Norris's mustache and Steven Seagal's sunglasses and you strapped on Schwarzenegger's accent, I think he'd be pretty tough. And, hey, yo, how you doing? Don't forget about Stallone, right? What about Stallone? You want to fight him? You don't like Italians? What's wrong with you?
Not Stallone.
Okay.
He gets a lot of credit for moves, so you got to take out the best guy.
Yeah, you got to take out the best. You hear that, Steven Seagal? Noah Ali wants you. Guys, I'm Kris LaBelle. You're watching MMA News Canada.